And now, Southern California's Emmy Award-winning game show, where schools match skills and wits. Kid Quiz. And here, to introduce today's participating schools is your host, Maclovio Perez.
Thank you very much, and welcome to our show. This is Kid Quiz. We're in a new season. We're still in the preliminary rounds. Today we have a very interesting competition. We have two middle schools from the city of Compton, and one of them will walk away with the bragging rights of saying, we're the best, right? Both schools are from the Compton Unified School District, and let me introduce the team players to you. We have team captain Renato Contreras from Walton Middle School. Renato, how do you say it? Renato. Okay, Renato, please introduce us to your first round player.
To my right is Mayra and Radi, and to my left is Jahari Stubbs.
Mayra and Jahari. Mayra, Renato, and Jahari. All right, got it. And all the way from, not too far across the street from Walton, is the Roosevelt Middle School. We have their team captain, Bonifacio Chaidez. Bonifacio, they call you Boni for short, right?
Yeah.
I figured they did. And please introduce us to your first round players.
To my right is Alberto Balthazar, and to my left is Nancy Benito.
All right, Nancy and Alberto. It's going to be very interesting to see who walks away with this, because obviously as we go in the preliminary rounds, whoever wins moves to the elimination rounds and hopefully down to the championship. Before we start, I want to introduce a few people. First, I want to ask our announcer, Jack, to tell us about the prizes that the winning school will win at the end of this season of Kid Quiz. Here's Jack.
This year, our second-place school will receive Merriam-Webster's new International Unabridged Dictionary with a beautiful hardwood table. Panasonic's Easy Programming Barcode VCR. The four-head unit lets you set time, date, and channel with the use of a barcode scanner from Panasonic. The winning school will receive the superbly illustrated 22-volume New Book of Knowledge Encyclopedia. Accurate and up-to-date information from Growlier. The Macintosh personal computer from Apple Computer. Macintosh, a computer that provides the power to be your best. The winning school will also take home this 1990 Spring Championship Trophy.
Absolutely. As you know, we always have a judge judging the contestants and the answers here. Today we have a very special guest who's been working with us quite a few years here at Kid Quiz. He just came back from winning the 1990 Kennedy Center School Administrator Award for having a very strong arts program at his middle school in Compton, right? No. L.A. Unified. Ooh, I think I blew it. He'll forgive me. Ladies and gentlemen, our judge off stage, Dr. Dan Lawson. Nice hand for him. He'll forgive me, I know. We've been pals a long time. All right, we move along to the contestants. I want to remind you of a few things. First of all, hands go flat on the white palette. Your knuckles go on the white palette. Go for the buzzer when you think you have the answer. Now, if you're right, Judge Dr. Dan over there will give you one of these. If you are wrong, you get one of those. And if you are wrong, the other team gets to hear the question and then answer. Team players, do not answer till I call your name. First, we do audio, then video, then bonus. Ready? Everybody ready? Everybody nod. We're ready. 10-point audio question. In playground games, what game uses the term double dutch? Jahari.
Jump rope.
Jump rope is correct for 10. Nancy was going, and it's got to be something more complicated than that, right? All right, everybody hands on the palette. Hands flat. Next question for 10. In what country would you find the Kremlin? The Kremlin is in Russia, in Moscow, the seat of Soviet government. All right, we move for 10 points. What is the yearly deadline date to pay taxes to the Internal Revenue Service? The parents are groaning over here because they know. Bonifacio, what do you guess?
April 15th.
April 15th is the dead. Too bad you didn't hit the button on time. You could have had it, but April 15th is the day you got to pay your taxes by. It's a red letter day on the calendar. From literature, the author Samuel Clemens was also known by what pen name? Mark Twain. Samuel Clemens was his real name, but his pen name when he authored books, that was Mark Twain. All right, here's a musical question. Let's listen in, and then I'll ask you the question. You would most likely hear this song at what? Mayra?
Disneyland.
At Disneyland. It's correct for 10. Here's a multiple choice question. Carbon dioxide is a liquid, a gas, or a solid? Jahari?
Gas.
A gas is correct for 10. From math, what is the distance around a circle called? Bonifacio.
Circumference.
The circumference is correct for 10. 2 parts. I need 2 answers on this. In the U.S., what are the names of the 2 major political parties? Jahari.
Democratic and Republican.
That is correct for 10 points. Very good. Next one requires, that's fast. That we're out of the audio round. Now let's move to the valuable 20-point video questions. Hands flat on the white palette, guys. I'm going to show you the video, wait 3 seconds, and then ask you the question. You at home, watch, okay? But you will have 3 seconds. I'll ask you the question. You can anticipate my question, but you can win or lose depending on how the question's written. So here's the first video before you. Watch.
I wanted to strike out the last hitter so bad I could taste it.
He broke Don Drysdale's record in scoreless innings pitched. Give me his name. Jahari.
Oral Hershiser.
Oral Hershiser is correct. You can't think about it too long. You just got to go for it. All right. Next question for 20. Watch your monitors. Which sentence is grammatically correct? Jahari.
B.
B. He and I went to the store. We're laughing because Jahari missed the button and hit the table. All right, we move along for 20 points. Watch the video. This animal known as the bison has a more common name. What is it? Renato.
Buffalo.
The buffalo for 20. Next one is from geometry. Watch. If the radius is 100 feet, what is the diameter? Bonifacio.
200 feet.
200 feet is correct. Next one is from current affairs. If you watch the news, you may recognize. He is LA's chief of police. Give me his name. Time's up. Daryl Gates. Police Chief Daryl Gates. All right. Moving along for 20, here's the next video question. Now, what is the largest and most important part of the brain called? The cerebrum. The cerebrum is a larger part of the... Well, mine's not that large, but it's on most people. Moving along for 20 points, here's a video question. The Alamo is located in which Texas city? Bonifacio.
San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. For 20 points, the next video question is before you. Watch. Raised dots represent a system of writing for the blind. What do we call it? Renato.
Braille.
Braille is correct for 20. Here's a toughie. I need 3 answers on this. Give me her name, her title, and her country. They were thinking about it. Queen Elizabeth of England. All right, that was Queen Elizabeth. We move along for 20 points. Here's the next video question. Which of these numbers is the numerator? Bonifacio.
2.
2 is the numerator. For 20 points, here's the next video question before you. They have one of the longest lifespans of any land animal. Name the animal. Bonifacio.
Ostrich.
The ostrich is correct for 20. This one is in the Sunday papers. Watch. He's the main character of the comic strip Peanuts. What is his name? Bonifacio.
Charlie Brown.
Incorrect. Walton Middle School. Jahari.
Linus.
And correct. That was Pigpen. He was all dirty. Remember, the dust was flying left and right? That was Pigpen from the Peanuts character, comic strip. For 20 points, here's the next video question. What is missing from this California? Bonifacio.
The bear.
The bear is missing. California state flag has a bear on it. All right, that's the end of the video round. Not bad. We have a score, 110 Roosevelt and 120 Walton. So, this bonus question is very important. Team players, put your hands to the sides. Team captains, get ready to buzz. You may confer with each other. I'm going to give you 3 clues. First clue worth 50 points. Second clue worth 30. Third clue is worth 20. If you can answer at any level that you like, but if you're incorrect, you're out of the round. The other team gets to play at whatever clue level they choose. For 50 points, in total area, this is the largest country in the world. Renato went for it.
Moscow.
Cannot accept. Roosevelt, would you like the next clue? That makes it worth 30? Or do you want to answer at that clue level? Bonifacio, you want the next clue? All right. Next clue is, this country is actually situated on 2 continents. Bonifacio.
Russia.
Russia is correct. For 30 points. Very good. Renato, you were close, but no cigar. The judge couldn't rule that as a country. That's a city. We come back with the second half of our game after this message. Don't go too far away.
KidQuiz will be back.
One sure way to shake your blues, put yourself in someone else's shoes. It could take less time to clean your room or do homework. Well, I bet you never, ever, never knew that such a really cool thing to do could be so simple and so quick. That's it. You can nominate yourself to be the most popular guy you'll ever see. It's much easier than multiplying fractions.
See you later, Dad. Thanks for signing my shoes.
Shoes?
That's it. Do something not for someone else, bitch. That's it.
Hey, thanks.
They kind of needed it.
You're all right.
Have fun.
Doing something nice is doing something right. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I said the shoes are on, try to make it back. Twisty little number from a cigarette ash. Put your hands to your lips or take your last puff. Step up the button and say enough of that stuff. Now that you told me about the cigarette man, I tell a friend about the cigarette man. Cigarette ash, cigarette ash. We don't need it anymore. Cigarette ash. Are you ready for the first step?
A message from your Shriners Hospitals.
This bathroom could be the most dangerous room in the house. A lot of kids are seriously burned by scalding hot water in bathtubs. Small kids should never, ever take a bath without a grown-up watching them closely. First of all, run cold water into the tub. Then add hot water to warm it up. Kids always want to play with the faucets. And hot water on their tender skins can scald. Hot water can burn in less than 3 seconds.
KidQuiz is back.
We're back, and we have a real game going here. The last bonus question was answered by Roosevelt, and of course the largest country in the world is Russia. But we want to thank our first round players for joining us. Very nice hand for them. We'll ask them to please take their seats, and we move on to the second round. For the second half, we go back to our team captain, Renato, from Walton Middle School in the city of Compton. Renato, introduce us to your second round.
To my right is Daniel Figueroa, and to my left is Khari Win.
Okay, Daniel and Jahari. And from Roosevelt Middle School, also in the city of Compton, we have team captain Bonifacio. Please introduce us to your second round player.
To my right is Harry Bawan, and to my left is Arteshia Hosley.
Harry and Arteshia. Very good. We'll move on to the second round, reminding you team players, put your hands flat on the white palette and go for the buzzer. Our judge, Dr. Dan Lawson, will help us on the ruling. Before we start the second half, though, I want to show you all the schools participating in this season of KidQuiz. As you see right there, we start with one level, and then we eliminate down to the next level of elimination. There are the schools that have survived, and there you see Walton and Roosevelt, and one of them will move on to the elimination rounds, and we'll wait to see if they can survive all the way through and maybe win the championship later on this year. So, team players, hands flat on the white palette, and we start with the second half. The first question of the second half, in conjunction with Channel 2's year-long campaign to protect our planet, we begin round 2 with this special question. Multiple choice, how many trees does it take to keep a baby in disposable diapers for 2 years? 10, 20, 40. Anyone? No one dared gamble on that? It was amazing. Of course, we do a lot of research on this show, and we found out in one of the environmental books, it takes 20 trees. Who would have thought? Now, they're not redwoods, obviously, but it takes a lot of wood pulp to create that paper necessary to keep diapers going. All right, we move to the 10-point audio question. What kind of animal should you watch for at an equestrian crossing? A horse is a horse. Of course, of course. Unless he's a famous Mr. Ed. For 10 points, what famous document begins with the words, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal"? Bonifacio.
Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream.
Incorrect. Anyone at Walton? What famous document? Anyone at Walton? Time's up. The Declaration of Independence, which is quoted by many people, but that's where it was originally written. Multiple choice question. I'm going to give you 3 choices. Which branch of government makes the laws? Is it the executive, the legislative, or the judicial? Khari.
Legislative.
Legislative is correct, 410. For 10 points, how many years does a golden anniversary represent? Renato.
50.
50 years for 10 points. We now have a tie game. Our question is musical. Listen in, and then I'll ask you the question. This popular rock song came to the U.S. Rock group came to the U.S. from the Samoan Islands. Can you name the group?
The Jets.
Arteshia. The Jets is correct for 10. From astronomy, what do we call an exploding star? Bonifacio.
Nebula.
Incorrect. Walton? Renato.
A comet.
A nova. A nova is an exploding star. All right, we move to 10-point question. Which musical instrument has 88 keys? Bonifacio.
Piano.
The piano is correct. Which, in total area, which continent is the smallest? Jahari.
Australia.
Australia is correct, 410. In sports, we don't have time for that one. We move to the valuable 20-point questions. We have a pretty tight game here, 160 to 150, favor of Roosevelt. Team players, hands on the white palette. Watch your monitors. I'll show you the video, wait 3 seconds, and then ask you the question. You can anticipate my question, but you can win or lose depending on how the question was written. For 20 points, watch. It's the first question.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
His nonviolent pursuit of civil rights. Bonifacio.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, Jr. Correct, 420. Next video questions from geography. Watch carefully. Name the largest mountain range in Europe. Jahari.
The Himalayas.
Cannot accept. Roosevelt. The largest mountain range in Europe. The Alps. The Alps. The Swiss, the French, the Italian. It covers a long range there. For 20 points, here's the next video question. Watch the monitors. The Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences awards this award once a year. What do we call it? Renato.
The Emmy Award?
Cannot accept. Roosevelt, you want to give a stab? Bonifacio.
The Music Awards?
Cannot accept. The Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences gives out the Grammy. The Grammy. Okay, you've watched that show. I know you have. We move to the next 20-point video question. Watch. What math sign? Bonifacio.
Subtraction.
Subtraction. Minus is correct. 420. Next, for 20 points is the question. Watch. She won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 for her work for the homeless. Danielle.
Mother Teresa?
Mother Teresa is correct for 20. 20 points. Here's the next question. Watch your monitors. It's before you. Who is Winnie the Pooh's close friend? Bonifacio.
Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin is correct for 20. From geography, watch. The 20-point question is next. This Egyptian image has a lion's body with a human head. What is it called? Harry.
The Sphinx?
The Sphinx is correct for 20 points. This is an interesting one. Watch carefully, and then I'll ask you the question. What are these kids called? Jahari.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
The Cabbage Patch Kids for 20. Let's go to entertainment division. Here's the next 20-point video question.
Shopping. Go away.
She won the Best Actress Award. What is her name? Renato was first. Okay. Roosevelt. Arteshia.
Jessica Tangy.
Jessica Tandy for 20 points. She's also at 80, she's the oldest person to win the award. For 20 points, here's the next video question. What do we call the framework? Jahari.
Skeleton.
The skeleton. Correct for 20. 20 points from the world of sports. Watch the monitors. Haven't read the question. Bonifacio.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Harlem Globetrotters is correct for 20. Next one is geography. Watch your monitors. Here's the question. Haven't read it. Danielle.
Bahamas?
Incorrect for Roosevelt. The largest of the Caribbean islands is Bonifacio.
Cuba.
Cuba for 20 points. A little American history for you. Here's the next question for 20.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
Haven't read it, but Khari buzzed in.
Paul Revere.
Can't accept. Roosevelt. Paul Revere was warning the Minutemen of whose arrival? Bonifacio.
British.
The British for 20. For 20 points, here's one. That's the end of the video round. That's as many as I could get in there. We move to the final bonus question, worth 70 points for the first clue. Could be, we'll give it our best shot, right, guys? All right. The second clue is worth 50, and the third clue is worth 30. Team captains may only buzz in. Team players, put your hands to the side. You may confer with each other, and you could answer at any clue level that you like. If you're incorrect, the other team gets to answer at whatever clue level they desire. Question is, for 70 points, we're looking for the U.S. state that is the more northwesterly of all the mountain states. Can you name it? Renato went for it.
Alaska?
Cannot accept. I'm sorry. Roosevelt, would you like the second clue? Second clue. This state is bordered by Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Montana, Wyoming, and Utah. Can you name this state? Next clue. Now worth 20 points. Capital of this state is Boise. Bonifacio.
Idaho.
Idaho for 20 points. Renato, you were correct. You needed the points, so you went for it, and it was a strategy you had to play, and that was good gambling. We come back with the conclusion of our game after this message. Don't go too far away.
KidQuiz will be back.
on something sweet, something sugary or gooey, you subject your teeth and gums to a close encounter of the worst kind. Not so with healthy snacks. Here's why. Sugary foods trigger bacteria in your mouth to form acids that injure teeth and gums. The worst damage occurs in the first 20 minutes. So the more frequently you snack on sweets, the greater the destruction. Avoid close encounters of the worst kind. Limit sugary foods to mealtime. Choose healthy snacks instead.
A public service announcement of this station and the California Dental Association.
This is the place. This is the spot. We're caring and sharing and helping out. Tell me, can you hear it? Nothing else comes near it. Los Angeles kids have Los Angeles pride. We're learning and growing side by side. Tell me, can you hear it? Nothing else comes near it. Talking about the LA spirit. Come and have fun at the Children's Museum.
KidQuiz is back.
We are back with the conclusion of our game, really a very good game between two schools, both of them from the city of Compton. One of them won, one of them didn't, but the one that won now has to take the other school to Pizza Hut, okay? All right. Walton, congratulations. Thank you for a very fine game, but we congratulate Roosevelt because Roosevelt moves on to the next round of elimination. How about a nice hand for him? We'll see you again soon on Kid Quiz. Thanks for joining us.